Okay, so I finally developed the nerve a bit to come out here with my rather expensive Sony video camera. The problem is that this camera is not weatherproof, and it's a cloudy, rainy day. But the cell phone camera just didn't do justice to the images of the avocado tree, and I wanted to take another video with this high resolution lens from Carl Zeiss, and just show you what this avocado tree. This is a Brogden avocado. What it looks like when it's in full bloom. Pardon me, not full bloom, but when it's about ready to burst into full bloom. As I was saying in the prior video, this tree is just jam-packed with with little flower buds. Let me just show you some of that. I'm going to try and keep this on the tripod because it's more stable and the images come out better. You can see that tip right there? That is basically what every single branch tip in this tree looks like. It's just full of these little flower clusters. Now these are going to open probably in the next couple weeks, and they'll be ready to get pollinated by bees and other insects. The problem is that it's actually early February, and although it's not cold in my climate, not really cold, if I get a freak cold weather event coming by into this area, which is East Central Florida, Zone 9B, then it is possible these flower buds, these flowers, the blooms could be damaged by the frost and the cold weather, and they might just fall off. Even though they get pollinated, they fall off when they get damaged. So there's still a chance, I'm hoping a minimal one, that I might lose this stuff. I might lose the harvest this year, but I don't think I will. I don't see anything unusual happening in the weather patterns. Excuse me. But you can see how pretty this tree looks. There's another one right there. Let me zoom around a bit so you can see, pan around. I can't go too high up because when I do, the light from the sky will basically confuse the exposure sensor on the camera, and it'll start darkening the image, thinking that it's actually brighter than it really is. So you can see every single branch tip of this tree is just packed with flowers, or little flower buds. There's another one there. And there's some more there. That's what they look like. They haven't opened yet. So I can get really close. That's about as far as I can zoom. I don't want to move the tripod or the camera, because what happens is then I can't get you a clear picture. I can't give you scale because I can't show you the size of the tree relative to everything else, because it just fills up the field of view. But if I zoom out from here, you'll see what I mean. Let me zoom in there. That's the size of the tree. You can see it's not that large. I just back up a little bit here. You can see it's not that large. And to give you some scale, you see that white post there with the bird boxes? That is actually 6 feet above ground. The top of that post is 6 feet tall. So you see this tree is about maybe 10 feet, 10, 11 feet tall, maybe 12 at most. It's not very tall. And quite frankly, I hope it stays that way. I haven't trimmed any of the bottom branches because I don't want this tree to go up really, really big. So this is the other avocado I wanted to show you. This is a Joey avocado. You can see that it's actually got flowers that have already opened. And it's a little bit sad because they've opened before the Brogden have opened, so now I'm stuck. Even though avocado is self-fertile, it doesn't need a pollinating partner. It helps if you have a pollinating partner. And I've basically in the avocado world, I guess, there's something called alpha and beta, where these trees, some trees are alpha, where they'll open the blooms in the mornings, and beta will open the blooms in the evenings. And you have to put trees together that are not only different varieties of avocado, but that they coincide so that the blooms open at the same time. And that's the problem. I think that's how it works. I remember reading about it a couple years ago, but I haven't paid much attention since. Because as it happens, I learned from a guy in California, one of his videos, that yes, cross-pollination helps avocado yields, but it doesn't help it enough to justify the trouble and expense. At least not on a commercial scale, anyway. But I bought it anyway because I like avocados, so I wanted different varieties. Let's see here, zoom out. And then there's the Joey again, Brogdon in the center. And then this way over here is the Day avocado. Look at that. It's a pretty. It has some flower clusters, but not on the big branches that you see there. They're on the other side. But it's kind of weird. It's a very precocious tree. It grows fast. It grows faster than the Brogdon, I'll tell you, and faster than the Joey. It doesn't get very tall, which is what I like about the Day. It stays more or less around 12, 15 feet, or maybe even less, maybe even 10 feet. But it does grow quickly. I'm hoping that it'll be more productive in the future, but right now it doesn't seem to be doing too much in the way of flowering. We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, my neighbor's got plantains. I don't know if you've seen that. You see those plantains over there? I've actually tried those plantains because a couple years past, the fruit actually went into my yard and I cut off one of the branches and I took it with me. They taste terrible. Plantains are not like, they look like bananas, but you have to cook them. You don't eat them raw because they're very starchy, so you got to cook them. But these plantains are awful. Problem is that he doesn't. I think he just bought this house and the plantains were already there. He doesn't understand how to cultivate it. So when you're going to harvest a plantain, you have to cut down the tree itself and then let the suckers grow up new roots and put up and put up the next generation. He doesn't do that. He just leaves them there, and eventually they're going to get so crowded that they're going to kill each other. Right now, you can see one of them is actually growing into my yard, right through the fence hole. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I'd like to just cut the damn trees down, but it is in his property, so I can't really do that. Maybe I'll talk to him next time I get a chance and ask him if he wants to get rid of those trees and we'll just remove them. Because it doesn't look like he likes them anyway. It doesn't do anything with them. So let's see, what else do we got here? It's starting to rain now. Crikey. I might have to end this video and pack it in and go inside. Yeah, there's the panoramic view of the orchard. There's my house. Excuse me, not a very big house, but it's a nice comfy house. I didn't need it's nice to have luxury, but honestly I prefer to live in a more modest home that is comfortable rather than a very large, fancy, cold home where it's just too big. The only thing I wish I had more space in my house was in the kitchen, because it is kind of small, but I make do just the same. So yeah, those are the trees. Alright guys, I'm going to sign off because it's starting to rain. I'll talk to you later. Bye.